Hello and welcome to Endless Legend 2. We are starting off a brand new campaign here today. Trying out the new aspects, the coral people. We have got a early access build as part of this. We took a first look with the Kin of Sheridan the other week, but I thought I want to play a full campaign of this through. I was really interested by the first look. And so we didn't try the aspects. I'm really kind of curious to see how they work. They are more diplomacy focused, peaceful and diplomatic, but that lets us kind of explore the world and see what's going on. We'll start with all the standard settings, I think, on for right now. Normal size, normal worlds. This is
peace if all things are in balance.
An early access build.
Metal and mineral, sky and sea.
So it could be a little buggy.
And the unbound.
But we'll see.
This harmony murmurs through the air, ripples through the oceans. It is the song of Sayada that we alone can hear. A symphony shared by every being, living or unliving, growing richer until it is ruined by one false note, one crashing dissonance. From discord, only
the twin-tailed comet.
Conflict and destruction will follow. We must deny this cacophony, sway the strangers of this world, and impose a greater harmony.
I like the concept of these guys. This peaceful, harmonious life. I always like in a 4X when there's a faction that's really focused on not doing war, on building tall, on building diplomacy. It's something that, like, Diplo is so lacking in most 4X games, so I'm curious to see how they're going to all play. Machines making music? So they're not machines, they're coral. They're, I think, sentient coral, and I think they just, like, absorb ruins and stuff around them, so. Is there a release date yet? No, not yet, so. Subjects of the illuminated realm, join me. The dieback is behind us. The aspects of recovering the vast oceans of Sayadaha beckon to us. Sayadaha? We shall seed the coral once more, building an empire to soothe the agonies of Sayada. The harmonies of our chorus will drown out the cacophony of chaos. This music is banging loud right now. So, where in the world are we? We're kind of in the bottom. So the cool thing about this game is that there are these Tidefall events that happen, and so you start on a little island, but as the game goes on, you get to explore more and more. We have some envoys, curious and courteous, nevertheless equipped with ample combat abilities. And then we have our hero and a sentry. So this must be like our settler. Found a capital. All right, well, the natural thing to do would be to start exploring. This guy can also found a capital. Something to consider. We have another faction over here, the Emetarine. Industry on pacified villages, on quarries and mines. Unlocks a notable, which gives us dust on quarries and mines. That seems like a pretty good faction to have. If I was to ask you to found the capital, you've got a 15 food up here. You have a 15 food for production down here. Neither of these are super, super hot. So why don't we just do a little exploration and see what's got going on. There's no rush in the first turns. I gotta turn this music down. It absolutely rules, but it's so loud right now. Hopefully we make it to Tidefall. Oh, we absolutely will. We absolutely will. The Tidefall happens in about the first hour. We've encountered another AI. Already? Oh. Maybe because we're coral, we just automatically talk to other coral on the map. We do have some detritus down here as well. I feel like let's talk to these homies. Do a little parlay here. Speak, aspects. If you've come here to talk, maybe you will distract me from my worries. In fact, since you have traveled far and wide, maybe you have seen my ear. We intend to propose an agreement of friendship. Friends, listen, would you tell us of your troubles? It is foolish. My offspring and heir has gone missing, which pains me. There was a fight at the last moon feast, not unusual for our kind, yet the stubborn pup left the next day. If you want to be friends, aspects, do this, find my heir. We know how to hide and not be found. The only place we might risk visiting is a marketplace, seeking and sampling exotic goodies. It wouldn't be much trouble for us to open a new trading post. Build a trading post. All right, well, I'm going to need a city to do that, but... Wow, we are really on a tiny little archipelago up here. I think we might have to set a city right there. But just in case, let's just keep moving right now. We'll go, why don't we angle a little bit out like that? They've got another spot here. We got some insights that we can pick up. A diplomatic proposition is waiting a non-aggression pact from the other coral people to the north. Peace, we got a minor faction. Small little island. Connected via the coral. I think I missed the end of the last Endless Legend stream. Yeah, so we played like an hour and a half previously with the kin of Sheridan. But it was the other week, and I was kind of like, okay, let's dive back in nice and fresh. Okay, so this is this whole place. These aren't like great spots. I mean, there's a decent bit of production. Production is good. The food is good. Obviously, I wouldn't mind having these guys with us. Quarries and mines are what we get specialties from. You know what? Let's just do it. We'll set up a city right here. There we go. And this way we have the homies nearby. You found some detritus. This yields dust. So we have to build a trading post. I'm assuming that I don't have access to that yet. We have access to a farm and a forum for each adjacent district, for each improved district. You are a special anomaly. You are only food up here. So why don't we just pop a farm there for right now? And then we'll worry about any additional growth or anything else we want to do after that. Those guys want us to build a trading post. So we have fences. We have the forum. So we have both of those unlocked. Civil order. Asceticism. Unlocks a protectorate slot and additional defense on defending. We have the stonework. We have the scavenging. The laboratory. The bridges. The merchant's house. And the works. None of that is a trading post. Communal habitations. Strongholds. Laboratories. Huh. Is it in the next section? Or is it an entirely like different building that we don't have? Artisans' quarters and lodgings. Laborers' huts. Trading house, I think, is tier 2 with the roads. Traveler's shrine. Great questions. Trading post. Yeah, you're right. It is. It is tier 2. All right, so we're a ways away from getting these guys then, which means we can kind of focus on whatever we need to. We have food and we have production here. So why don't we build a workshop? That way we can focus on the production-based locations that we have nearby. These guys have changed to friendly. By spending dust, your Aspect's army can create a coral spore in a territory, provided you don't already own a coral spore camp or city within that territory. Once built, they will start expanding coral over time. Keep in mind, coral spores are vulnerable to enemy armies who might try to destroy them. If you wish to claim a territory, note that building a coral spore is always a precursor to the creation of a camp. Ooh, okay. So we have to kind of go in steps. Another minor faction over here, the Nosquensi. Give us bonuses to scribes and extra influence. And we have some more stuff down here as well. A quest requires our attention. The illuminated realm of the Aspects is the lowest ebb for centuries, devastated and desperate. Several months ago, the web of coral that stretched across the island and into the seas beyond experienced a dieback the likes of which has never been witnessed. Reefs withered and blackened, and only a pitiful handful of coral shells remained. The chorus, the shared mind where all aspects come together in thought, atrophied as well. Good news, Pierrot! Against all odds, we survive. Reefboard has been built anew. It is a shadow of itself, but once the mighty chorus is but a discordant whisper. We lost many in the dieback, that is true, but a handful of us persist, and we will rebuild the chorus as well. Were we complacent, my friend? We called it the illuminated realm, a land of plenty and bliss, but we were blind to the coming ruin. Good questions, of course, but they could wait. And remember, you have barely donned the robes of office. Power laid in others' hands, so stop feeling guilty. You are right. I look back in pity, not ahead in hope. I forget the balance and the harmony. What do you recommend with your experience? Everything begins with coral. We must grow new fields immediately and find new varieties immune to the blight. We are not yet saved. Build 2 coral spores. Well, good news. I was gonna do that anyway. Now, where I'm gonna do it is a whole other question, but... Did that build automatically? I don't think so. So I have to lay camps down. Build a coral spore that will start generating coral. Spreads coral over time. Coral spores can be built in other territories. Coral spores can be evolved into camps. Coral increases yields of tiles on which it spreads, and any empire can exploit these. It also automatically pacifies villages. Aspects, spores, camps, ministers, and city halls all generate coral over time. Coral spread in priority towards villages, non-aspect districts, but also towards water, rivers, lakes, and anything that it spreads faster. Okay, so I can literally lay it anywhere. So let's have those guys go that way. You guys can actually come this way then. And we can talk to these dudes. At least they aren't hydrocorns. You're right. No hydrocorns this time around. Dark times, do not sense it too, Aspects. Every moment has its dangers. That may be so, but here and now, the talk of war threatens these lands. Sayada itself darkens the seas, the skies. We, the bird people, want no part of this. Nor do we. Our visit is peaceful. We wish to work for it with you. Work together. Yes, a terrible conflict is coming. Build a guard post in Reefborn. We must be ready to protect Sayada from war. Build a stronghold, which will pacify these bird people. Okay. That feels doable. Looks like we have some desert over here as well, which would be good for collecting dust. We've unlocked the workshop. Let's unlock strongholds. You're going to come down here and build me a reef. Coral. 3 turns. Oh, wow. Okay. We found some obelisks. Damn, I didn't think I was going to get locked up for that many turns. Looks like our coral has started growing that way. And we've discovered the ochlings. Where? Oh, I haven't really discovered the ochlings. Our homies have discovered the ochlings. So you guys are still working on that farm. Afterwards, I think this has got 2 production here, so I feel like probably putting in a works in this spot would be smart. We'll queue him up, get some production in the city. Now, these forests are really, really blocking my view. So I'm seeing very little tidefall around us, which is really quite interesting. There's maybe a little bit up here, but Murfak, Mesladi. There was some tidefall over here as well that we'll get to explore. Quarrel strong together. Coral must have good vibes coming off of it to pacify all the villagers. Yeah, I mean, I think their whole thing is like just getting along with everybody, so it does make some sense. You found some charts. This gives us an envoy gains. Oh, vision on envoy for 10 turns and +2 movement. Oh, hell yeah, dudes. That's so good. Extra movement and vision on our scouts. I literally couldn't ask for anything better. All right, we've got a little coral spore down here now. We also got some charts on this army. So we get to keep exploring. So you can see this is all like you can see little bits of land in here. So when the tidefall comes, we'll get to explore this area a bit more too. I think probably what I will do is build more coral down here in this dust, which will also expand, and then I can grow back into Murfak after. This tidefall's got to kick in soon, so. Ooh, yeah, we have some interesting locations down here. This is all cliff face, which means like whoever comes up here can only come up through this little section. Turn 11. I can't remember when the tidefall actually happens. Ah, we've discovered the Daughters of Boor. Experience gained per turn for pacified villagers under the protectorate of the hero. I mean, let's chat with them, but I'm gonna for sure just drop a coral down here, I think. I don't speak with outsiders, especially if I don't know them. Every second wasted on foolish talk, the scrolls decay further. What are these scrolls? We guard them for good reason. I am chiefess and memory keeper. Your scrolls are decaying. The tribe must not know. The past will not fade away while I still breathe. Take these scrolls where its memory speaks the loudest. Search Boar's retreat. Well, this seems pretty straightforward. Nimbus. We'll grab those and then we'll head to Boar's retreat afterwards. Looks like we'll have maybe a nice little pocket of land here as well. By spending influence, you can evolve your coral spore into a camp to claim more territory. Note that, like coral spores, aspect camps also have the ability to generate coral. I feel like I should do this. We'll keep the ability to generate coral, because what I want to do is I want to be able to add the camp onto this. attached to a city. Rewild and scour. Scorched earth. And rejuvenate tiles in barren terrain. Oh, interesting. Raise this territory, making all tiles, including resources deposits, barren, but seeding new deposits. We also have a distort ability. Create an anomaly. I guess we don't have the tech to do any of that yet. Okay, at least like everyone around us is pretty peaceful, it seems. Works want to be next to the mountains for their bonuses. I don't think the stats on the tile you place them on matters. Oh, just as long as they're like near mountains. My impression is that if there are production tiles here, the works will... Yeah, +1 industry on tile producing industry. +1 industry for each adjacent ridge. Oh, okay. +1 influence if adjacent to a district. Yeah, so if there is like a +2 industry on this, I believe it'll turn that into like +4. Just from that one alone. Provided by city districts, influence is stockpiled at the empire level. Essential for extending your cities and creating foundations. Yes, yes, yes. Click on things to extend your foundations. Yes, yes, yes. I mean, some good food in that way, but I feel like we've got this anomaly here, so I'm not really too worried about food. Can I rename Reefborn into Bikini Bottom? Yes. The answer to that is I absolutely can. I'm wondering if it's like worth expanding the foundations right now. I feel like the answer is probably no, and I'm better off just getting that second city set up. Or that second expansion or whatever. You found more charts. Yeah, I mean, we don't have a lot of influence or anything right now, but... you'll come down, grab these obelisks, pick up a bunch of dust. Why are you fighting me? Well, that's not good. This is like the seawall down here. They've become hostile with us, which is really problematic because I need to get to this location if I want to be able to make friends with them. Well, if this is the case, I might as well just like come up here and add coral into Murphac. Stonework is researched. It does not look like I can pass this river. So we'll hide out there for the moment. You'll come up here and you'll plant more coral. Your next thing is going to be about adding in a stronghold. Approval for each communal habitation, district fortification, +1 influence if adjacent to a district is fortified. This, I guess, is all going to Tidefall over here, so... If adjacent to district is fortified. Yeah, we'll build that there. I'm okay with that. The other option would be to kind of grow over here. I am noticing there's a bunch of science tiles over here, which is something I don't really have access to yet. I could put the fortification here instead and just buy that tile. Well, I don't have the foundation for it yet. Well, all right. One thing at a time here. You're going to plant some coral. You've already moved. This gives us more science, so we can get experience gains on battle spoils and experience on new units in cities. I feel like the lab is going to be kind of important for us right now because I need a lot of tech to be able to get this trading post. I'm going to have you cross all the way over here as fast as you possibly can. And then I think I'll put you here and start building that coral spore. Go, 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 go. A matter of history. The past is always present. The daughters know it and our scrolls know it too. You have earned our thanks. Well, that was exceptionally easy. We just had to take one hit. They're pacified now, though. Chasing down late return fees. Should have given them back the growing coral. Coral also makes the fortification cheaper, so you want to coral it up before expanding. Can you somehow control where it spreads? No, it says it spreads towards water, which I can see now is clearly growing in this direction, and we have all of this Tidefall out this way as well. If I have a bunch of Tidefall this way, I might actually just build the fortification out here somewhere. These are kind of good spots, is the only thing. They're versatile. The slumbering oaklings. Something here. We found the oaklings nearby. The innumerable, sleeping off a skillful grog by the look of it. Think they might have been celebrating fleecing this site before us. Wake them up and bring the most sober ones to me. Bleeding hell, boy, it's killing me. Who are you then? I've decided they're Cockney. I'm the leader of the aspects. Let's say you and your friend's fate lie in my hands. What is your name? I am called Pico. Where's the dust, Pico? Oaklings know nothing more than dust. Everyone knows that. You stripped this place, didn't you? Found some juicy dust, and that's why you were celebrating. I knew it. Thing is, Pico, the dust didn't belong to you. And it belongs to you? Okay, let's strike a deal. We'll give you half if you let us go. Capture Oakling, agree, get 300 dust, or chase them off and we get dust water. This, I guess, is just a unit. I don't know if dust water is useful to us. 300 gold is a lot of gold. Let's agree. Daylight robbery, I tells ya. We also have some population in this city that I have not really laid out anywhere, but I kind of think that's fine. Right now we're growing a little balanced, so. Dismantle the coral spreader and put it somewhere else in the territory. That I don't know. I mean, I guess it will eventually grow over everything. It just takes its time. So we do have the works building here. And I also have a ton of influence now, so... Yeah, it seems like the coral is going to insist on growing into this direction. So I'll build the foundation here, and we'll build the tower here. I could buy it out, but I feel like we could also use that for other things. I can attach this camp to Bikini Bottom. So this provides us a bunch more science and dust, as well as influence. which is fantastic. And we'll start spreading out coral from here. We're making more coral up here. And then I'd like to get a coral expansion down this way as well. The spore is planted. The first shoots of coral crack through the soil, healthy and radiant. A beautiful sight, I must say. One that makes old circuits hum. No sign of disease. Our new variety appears to be immune to the blight so far. We get approval and we get ahead on the polls in Bikini Bottom, giving us extra 10 approval. The coral remains healthy. We must take advantage this time. Let's not waste its potential. So many things weigh upon us. Construction, defense, research. We are so weak. Should we prioritize alliances or impress with might? Research other corals or slow down and breathe? Harmony and balance. Ever since the chorus fails, I've been anxious. I never realized how much that constant roar soothed me. Nobody could better decipher the chorus. One thing at a time. We need to build 3 foundations on Bikini Bottom. Well, I guess this is what I'm going to be using all my influence on now. There's some good tech locations down here. Decent tech locations. Let's grab one of them for sure. Ooh, and then this is a 6 production anomaly, so let's grab that. Any other good-looking anomalies around? Some food and approval if we go up this way. But I don't have enough for that yet. We're going to build science. Okay. That ought to keep us busy. So we have another coral up here. And we have this army. You're going to build me a little pocket of coral here. And then I feel like this is going to be my next expansion in this way. So why don't we bring the army back for right now? Let them do their thing. Tidefall robbery in the old China. I guess here's the thing. I don't need to do this trading post because this coral should grow onto these guys and just absorb them. Maybe. Here it is. The monsoon. Start of the monsoon. In 6 to 26 turns will be the Tidefall. We have unlocked our council positions. We have an engine stoker giving +5 industry on the city hall. We have influence per camp on the empire. Influence cost for assimilate and cohabitation. And then we have experience gain on heroes and dust cost for recruit heroes. I feel like influence is really what I'm short on right now. And we might as well grab the engine stoker here as well. Council is locked. Great. Good bonuses. Ooh, now that there's a Tidefall, there's also a bunch more stuff that we can collect. I actually forgot all about this aspect. All these little pockets of goodies. Maybe go for that one next. Sure, we'll grab that. You have discovered the laboratory. Impressive guard post. In such times, I believe we can trust you to look out for us. Consider us your friends. We will help you keep the peace. These guys also give us a notable now if we can absorb them. Grab some more dust here. Oh, what are these? Harpers. So I got flying ranged units. as well as my scouts here now. I mean, I guess let's add them into our army. We'll have the scouts keep gathering stuff. You are an idle city right now, but only because I need you to build labs. And build a lab you will. +1 science on tiles producing at least 2 types of yield. +2 science for adjacent anomalies as well. Great. Yeah, you're perfect. You're perfect, kiddo. We're going to need the dust creation building to get us some money, honey. And honestly, we got enough that I could probably just buy out that lab right away. The question becomes, where would be a good spot for the forum? Bonuses for adjacent district, for improved district. I feel like maybe right here. So let's buy out the lab and start building the forum. Leader portraits are super amazing. They're really pretty. The game has some really good graphics. SpongeBob B-boy, we need to invent currency. Why are you hostile? You shouldn't be hostile. This in fact says I can create a protectorate under you. Oh, so maybe you are not hostile, but you are? Village pacified by the coral? What is my other quest here? Get 3 foundations. Yeah, I mean, there's a handful of cheap ones around. Oh, especially the ones where the coral has already grown into. We're done well, but we're far from safe. We should enjoy our victories even if they're small. Several were inspired enough to offer themselves as fighter. Our forces are stronger than ever. Since establishing new coral reefs, we've begun to look to the future, but the yields are unstable and the fields require constant care. Shadows loom over the illuminated realm with worrying questions about the dieback and the chorus. We're anxious once more and seeking counsel. What is happening to this world, my friend? The dieback or chorus or harmony? Are we living on a doomed world? We are to deal with the present, not predict the future. All we know is that we must persist no matter what the world throws at us. We must get to know this world better than we do or thought we did. There are many lesser nations on this land. It might be worth communicating with them and seeing what they know. Pacify 2 villages by coral. Huh. Well, here's the thing is we've already pacified all these villages. Will they still pacify with coral? This I do not know. Let's just build up this army for right now. You are another envoy. And unfortunately, these guys are attacking me. I wasn't sure which one of the factions they belong to here, which one of the villages. So that's okay. Feels like we heal at a decent speed. We've got some trade relations with these dweebs. You guys are going to come back to the city. You guys are going to come up through that dust and then up here. probably speed up this forum. That'll start getting us more influence now. And then perhaps another workshop. That would also help boost this forum a little bit. Give us some more production in the city. Okay, those guys run off. I could just attack this village, but I really don't think that's the play. Let's just collect all the goodies instead. Oh, interesting. My guys can actually go in the low terrain as well, my scouts. I wonder if I can only go where the coral is. You can stay there till you're healed, I dare say. Friendly villages never spawn neutrals, so I'd expect that in EL2. Also, neutrals are always unfriendly. So I have seen, like, the chicken people have some neutrals, have some armies. But they haven't really been a threat. Looks like we have a fight. And I'm okay with it. Let's fight this one out. Because I'd like to get an idea of what our army does. These guys are infantry with defensive experts. We have one unit of sentries. We have a unit of harpers, which are flying ranged units. And then we have... Oh, we're all ranged units. That's not great. Ranged, steady blow. Ranged, flying. Ranged. Active skill, scope shot. I feel like I should probably take this. Harmonious tactics, forest cover. Okay. Very cool coral mechanic. Not only do they grow towards water, they can also use it to walk over. Yeah. Once Tidefall happens, it won't be useful. Well, the thing is the Tidefall keeps happening as well. It's not like a one and done. What happens if I go through every round? They seem very confused over this choke point. Come on, little guys. You wanted to fight me. You picked this fight. You're the one who wanted to do crab battle. just a little dance. I imagine we'll be better defended inside the city, where we might have like some bonuses or something. Yeah, so I can't go down in normal Tidefall, so it's only the spots where we have coral that I can explore. So that's pretty cool. Fro friendly, we let them have a marathon when we're supposed to be fighting. Sometimes you just got to make a friend, you know? So I do need to have communal habitations. Market bridge, defended bridge. Let's pick up some housing. We'll do a little look around there, I suppose. Then maybe come down here and pick up the last of these things. Wow, that's a lot of movement you can do here. That was like 6 movement. So I guess moving across the coral is also... we get some good bonuses for that. Protectorate ready. With almond tree. Currency research, curiosity collected. Where do we get the protectorate menu? Ah, yeah, here we go. 1 pacified village, 1 wary village. Parlay, bribe, rebuilding the village that has been sacked, 1 sacked village. So we get industry on protectorate on quarries and mines, and dust on quarries and mines. Ah, but it costs me like 5 a turn in influence. We also get access to crushers, which are defensive experts infantry. That actually is probably pretty good for us if what we make is archers mostly. Yeah, the only thing we really make is archers. So having those guys could be pretty nice. But I think we can wait until we get both of them before we start spending that money. You guys can grab that dust. So I guess it's just like, while there is stuff for the coral to grow, it'll grow into the water. And then once it's done growing into the water in the Tidefall, it'll start growing elsewhere. Seems to be the vibe that I'm getting from them. Quarries and mines. Here's the Tidefall. Oh, cool. We can see our neighbors to the north. Ooh, a lot more opened up than I thought we would. Quite a lot to our east. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's huge. We got a little bit of terrain here. We got more almond shrines down this way. And this wasn't too bad. That was like a pretty minimal pocket up in Hamel. So, I mean, let's grab this to start. Looks like we have some really cool looking coral down here. You're going to come over this way. I should absolutely coral seed Sargass if we have access to whatever these 2 luxury resources are. Titanium, strategic, and hydromial, which is luxury. Build a quarry, build a mine. We have gourd bushes down here, which are anomalies as well. Let's get that coral spore down right away. Or maybe I should have kept going and then get the coral spore after, but I'm just too excited. You get some bonus science. I get to keep exploring. There's some nice sparklies out here. So weapons cache. Okay. I feel like this coral is not growing very much, but it has grown a little bit. These guys have become pacified. We've coraled them. So I think the thing is I need to find another group to coral. Ooh, and there's a dungeon down here. A subterranean shrine. Very exciting. More coral, more coral. Jackhorn mail. A mantle of protection. All right, so let's start getting this guy out this way. The coral's going to start growing down this river. It's going to take priority down rivers, it said. You're still growing. This city is free to start building some more stuff. We got mines. We got science. Our farms can take community improvements, plus 10 food, plus 1 population slot on population vocations. It's not because your body is almost synthetic that you don't have to manage your food. Can be built once per city. I mean, that sounds like a really good idea, especially on this plus 5 location. Let's get that fancy farm going. How is the Coral Brothers? They seem to be doing okay. They don't have like too much, but they've got the 2 cities. They've got some Oaklings. They've got some green scions. The Steadfast Havens. We have a little delegation up there, I guess. Oh, cool. And we can actually see, I didn't realize this before, you can see the coral on the map when you zoom out. So I can see like these villages are coraled. These guys are coraled. Our districts and stuff are starting to show up. You can see the faint coral in Sargass, but I guess because like we don't have this province claimed, it doesn't show up very strongly. Go with some fortification as well to increase the stability since it's on 44%. Ooh, I did not notice that. %, content. Population growth and overexpansion will decrease your approval. You can increase it by moving population around, building districts, and improvements. Well, I was thinking about going up here to this anomaly. That would help solve it. That would get me like quite a bit of extra approval there, so maybe we shift our way to them next. Let's think. We have this scout here could go for you. You might as well come up for that, which means you can just go on a more scouting mission. Scouting centric mission. Bunch of crayfish. All right, we got one more tech until we unlock the 2 years of toil. Scavenging aestheticism. This tech is specific to our faction. Unlocks an additional protectorate. Well, that seems definitely like a good idea. So are bridges, but like I don't have any mines and quarries yet. I will once I build a city here. But we're going to need a bit before that becomes a reality. More titanium out this way. Our envoy gets a speed and vision boost. Ah, this is great. So we could build a city out in campus, and then we could camp it back to Sargass. And it would already have a lot of the coral built there. Kind of hoping that this coral just makes its way down the river pretty quickly, but I don't know it's going to move that fast. Big bloom right here. Huge bloom. So it looks like the moment if coral hits water, it will automatically spread to maybe every tile around the water as well. Which means if it grows down here, this should do a big boom as well. Plaques. Another luxury deposit. And we have another faction down here, the Foundlings. Victims of the Withering, but unlike their distant brethren, they found solace in the dark arts of necromancy. They are a dangerous and hungry faction. With some glass steel around them as well. And there's an ancient bunker down here too. Couple of good spots we could pick up down here. You found some insights down this way. This guy is now saying he's indifferent to us. Can I, like...
What of Sayada's future?
I could give him our cartography exchange. But I don't really want to know what their map is. That doesn't really affect me right now. So I can't get across here. But these scouts can keep gathering goodies. I could plant coral down here. But I don't know. It's like quite a lot right now. I can't get any of these specializations. I actually don't have enough max cap on any of these, which I'm not yet sure how to unlock. Let's grab this science, and then we'll talk to these necromancers. Visitors, voluntarily, what a surprise. We're busy with the harvest, of course, but perhaps that's what fate has brought you here for. Ours is a special harvest, part of nature's grand cycle of life and rebirth. The family takes flesh that is no longer needed and gives it new home. If you could put those knives away, we could speak more calmly. Is there a way to be friends without being part of your harvest? As our family grows, future harvests must grow. To fulfill the promise of our community, we must guarantee a sustainable crop. Those who have been chosen to reap this year's harvest are understandably honored by the responsibility and excited to compete over bringing home the most stores. If you could ease the tension that the first of the season's bounty could be gathered by outsiders, harvest some of the wayward souls who prowl these lands. By harvest, you mean kill. A legendary item accessory here. Alam Rashackle's Marbles gives you +3 determination. As well as Stoic Stature, 25 defense, and Will considers itself as a ruin. Well, I don't mind a little bit of combat. We found a new bow. Let's actually look at this guy's equipment. We found 2 of these bows. Excellent. So we have a fancy new space bow. We've got some new armor here as well. Drakthorn armor. A mantle of protection, which gives us a one-time consumable. I'm worried about the fact that we still only have archers. Another minor faction up here, the Gorog. Look like big monkey people. All right, so this scout's job is probably going to be to set down a coral pattern right here. So we'll do that next. Let's grab this foundation, which is providing us with some contentedness. We're 4 out of 12 population, so there's a lot of population we can still have here. Communal habitats get approval for each adjacent habitat, +1 influence if next to a district. Farms get bonuses for being next to lakes and rivers. You get bonuses for being next to ridges. You get penalties if next to merchant houses. You get bonuses for anomalies. And +1 science on tile producing at least 2 types of yield. Oh. Oh my god, I should put you right here is what I should do. You'd be next to 2 anomalies. You produce 2 types of yields. You're an excellent spot for a laboratory, actually. Evolve in a camp. 120 to build a camp. And this looks like some sort of special building down here as well. You guys are being fought, and you're being fought by not the group I wanted you to be fighting. Just a bunch of occultists. Blood mending. Well, I mean, they're just infantry. Let's give us some harmonious tactics here. Wasn't sure if they were going to be able to get in all the way. So you have 2 things. You have scoped shot. Deals 2 extra damage per unit of determination. 33 to 43. Or significantly more than that. Why is that going to debuff? No, applies inspired to adjacent friendly units. So that actually makes them a little bit stronger. Good critical hit there and a broken focus. Unfortunately, these guys are probably going to get rushed now. Oh, no, maybe not. Oof. They do heal for everybody that they hit. That's pretty much guaranteed. 20 to 27, he has 23 HP left. That won't kill him. So I tell you what, we're going to hit him. Trigger Inspiring Strike. Guarantee that kill. Enter a defensive stance, getting additional defense until the beginning of its next battle round. I mean, I don't think it's really going to matter. Yeah. When a friendly unit defends, adds 10% damage to all other units of the army until the end of the battle round. Oh. Interesting. Great crit chance there. Alright, we're going to have to actually have an army, though, if we want to fight these guys. Could have used those stone boys. You were absolutely correct. So I guess let's grab our protectorate. We'll cohabitate with them. And then I feel like that's... I only actually have 2 unit slots, so... Maybe I should just build 2 units of crushers. Cheer, dear Jin. How we doing, dude? Welcome, welcome. These guys are also hostile with us. So I think let's just build some coral. I don't know if they're willing to leave their province. Enables cohabitation with an additional minor faction and get additional bonuses. We've entered the years of toil. Destroy wretched creatures, pacify. So we don't actually need to build that trading depot anymore. What now, Councillor Polipulblon, the Steadfast? We have important matters to attend. I would not normally draw something like this to your attention, but things are getting out of hand. We're undertaking private hunts, which, with entourages numbering close to 50 souls, trackers, kennel masters, even cooks, Bikini Bottom suffers for their blood loss. Our people have never been sharper or fitter, not to mention the spoils of the hunt. You want to outlaw these hunts, the rewards would be much greater than the mere haunches of meat. 20 industry, but 20 industry, 10 food, 20 food, or approval. We have a lot of room to grow populations. I'm going to take the food. The hunts can go ahead if the spoils are shared. Come, Counselor Aspects. Where is the harm in a little quickening of the heart? And to satisfy your bureaucratic urges, the inventory will be the hunt spoil. Oh, these guys are attacking me as well. I'm trying to build the coral here, so my envoy is a swarm. When attacking a juggernaut unit, they add extra damage. When defending, they apply vulnerable status to adjacent enemies. They are a defensive expert, and they have aware. That triggers harmonious tactics on these guys. Well, that's pretty good. We almost wiped him out. But I'm gonna get slammed. I'm gonna get double slammed. Don't love that. 32. These guys have 25 HP. Oh, they count as juggernauts. Interesting. So our little defensive bots are actually really good against these guys. Applies confused strike. We're gonna get donged up again. Can't do too much about that. Got the inspiring strike on that. Hit you for the confused strike. He's pretty damaged, so he shouldn't kill. All right, well, it's better than the auto resolve, so. You've gained yourself a little level here. Skill tree. Recovery shot, guiding light, damage to non-hero ranged units, extra damage chance per intuition. So we're going to get an item that gives us a ton of determination. Improves the heroes. When adjacent to a friendly defending unit, adds critical chance. Rain of arrows. I'm going to pick up guiding light to start, because it'll make that other ranged unit do more damage. And then, I don't know, I guess I'm going to recuperate with you. We're on 2 years of toil here. Draws a hero from a draft of 4. Unlocks unit specializations. Garrisons and guard posts. What else do we have? Force a treaty and improve consular missions. Collective will unlocks improvements. The sanctity of nature. The beacon of science. +1 attachable territory on cities. Beacon of science, +3 science on labs, +1 city level, spire of industry. So this is like we specialize our towns with one of these 3 options. Season predictability unlocks the rewild landscaping action, allowing increased yields of single FISDA tiles and restoration of barren tiles. +4 science on camp. -25% influence cost for found camp. You know what? I'm going to take that first, because I am trying to found more camps. And they ain't cheap. Envoy bots are cool. Yeah, they're much better than I thought they were. I didn't really think much of them at the start. Anti-juggernaut trait is definitely super helpful. Now, I could evolve that into a camp right now. Alternatively, I could camp one of these 2 places. I feel like you have some rare stuff up here. Like, part of me thinking, if I can specialize towns, I could let this guy grow into Sargass, but also, I don't know, there's like multiple resource deposits here. I could have Canopus just be like these 3. You could be this, and whatever's up here or here. Camps seem like they'd be valuable. This would also give me cohabitation on them, which gives me additional influence, which is really strong. This is additional XP. I think I'd rather the influence. All right, I'm going to evolve Mirfak into a camp. It needs to be controlled by a city. So I need 300 influence to actually get him into a city. Okay. They are for sure going to come for me here. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Boop, 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 boop. Cool to see this game. I guess this is an early access copy. It's not up on Steam yet. It is like on the Steam store, but it's not available for purchase yet. Yeah. So this is like a pre-alpha copy. There's only 2 factions available to play right now out of the 6 that will be at launch, 4 during early access. But we got a little early sneak peek. So I'm taking advantage of it. You know, maybe I don't need 2 crushers. Maybe I do only need 1. I'm going to buy out that lab so we can start getting a bit of an army here going. These guys are still healing quite a bit. If I add one crusher, I could add in... Ooh, what are you? An observer. Though their creed is watch in peace, observers undergo extensive training to prepare for engagement. They're cavalry. With targeting. We took a special ability that makes our ranged units extra good, so I am going to build another ranged guy. Yeah, we are going to get hit here. I kind of think I should retreat. I barely beat them last time and I was at full health. I did not realize quite how much damage that would do to me. Yikes. All right, well, you guys got some more provisions. I'll head there next. I might actually lose this coral growth now. Okay, no, he didn't attack it. So we'll heal a lot more in our city, which is good. Are there any anomalies I don't have that I really want to get? Nothing really up that way. There is this dust anomaly, the spiral crabs. I am thinking about the fact that I don't have any dust buildings built yet. Right, all this also costs influence, which is kind of something I don't have a lot to play around with right now. You guys get +2 science on artisans, so make them all artisans. You get +1 influence per number of different pop types in that category. So I'm okay with that. I guess that gives us a really good reason to have multiple different types of populations. Seems valuable. Very stoked to see the full game. Yeah, I mean, like, we technically... This is, like, the full game, but it's also still, like, very early, so... I guess we'll keep moving up this way. We don't actually have all this discovered up here. You don't have the population to grow. You guys are going to keep healing. We'll wait for those other guys to start spawning in. Rewild, +4 science on camps, cheaper camps, and better predictions. Love that for us. We could focus a little science. You know what? Let's do that. So camps are 135. That's not really much cheaper. I thought that was going to be a bit more significant. But alas. I guess a camp up here in Terra Z would also be good. There's 2 unique resources up here. Ooh, this just keeps going. Let's buy out this guy because it looks like this army is ready to move. I am now prepared for war, which is at least a nice change of pace. So, you're really the only spot I can build the district, so let's build another works then. As we keep stacking up. Try to get down here and get this quest, because if I can kill this quest, these guys will become unhostile. Caus Australis. Look at this. We're almost touching Coral with our homies to the north, who have built multiple cities? I can't actually tell. Longshore. Oh my god, yeah, he's got like 3 cities right now. You're really making me feel inadequate, dude. Tell you what, if I have coral there and there, I'm going to build a little coral peninsula up here. I know it's hella expensive, but I like that there's all this water around, so it'll let me explore. You have encountered the one who stalks from afar. He is at peace with me. Where did we encounter him? Is the real question. Those are necrophages, which are absolutely the bad guys. All right, we fight these dudes, and the rest of these guys peace out. So let's rock a little manual battle here. You guys up there, you guys up there. Bowman. Capitan. My other archers. Nobody's within attack range, it looks like. So we'll wait. They've got a bit of a choke point here, but they've decided to go around it, so I could actually probably block them off. Which I think is the way to go. Bandits, we have Imperial Pikes and Mighty Imperial Pikes. They're juggernauts, which is kind of nice because it means that our little guys will get nice bonuses on them. You know what? Let's focus him with the confusing strike. But then we'll try to kill this guy quickly. And I'll just put him in defensive stance, which I should have done right away. I will do a second time. I'm going to move the Harpers in so that they buff everybody with Inspiring Strike. 35 to 47, so that's not guaranteed. That's 45. That is guaranteed. The only problem is that these guys are, I think, immobilized or slowed. Yeah. So we'll hit these guys with a scope shot in the back. And I guess that's all I can really do. He's going to come in on him because he's on low ground. Let's have you trigger Harmonious Tactics. You trigger that. And we'll just fill him with arrows. I'm very grateful for your service in opening a harvest, a beautiful deed and a beautiful way to offer new life to lost souls. Joining our souls sisters. But forgive me, you aren't interested in such things. Since we are now friends, here is some money. Money and friendships. You are exhausted, but you got yourself a new amulet giving you +3 determination, which is great. I also forget that I can give you companions. Unlock abilities. +2 intuition. We'll give him Miaido as a companion here. So we have a ton of determination. That also gave us some extra intuition, which is kind of nice. When gathering curiosities, gain XP. Restore HP. When adjacent to defending units, gain crit chance for determination. When gaining experience, gain extra experience. Gain experience based on determination. Oh, well, that seems really good for us. Let's do that. Fighting a lot of juggernauts. Yeah, I've noticed that. That has not gone unnoticed. So I think I should wait to put this into a city before I make this into a camp. We don't really heal that much faster here. Okay. I forget that the camps can also do terraforming stuff. Very good foundation right there. A nice anomaly for us. Well. I think let's just grab a works to start. I could build a food tile here, but like I think I'd rather near water. Oh, right. So that water is eventually going to recede. So while these are 3 tiles now, they won't be forever. So maybe a farm there is also fine. You're making more workshops. You've built a coral spore up here, which is great, because this coral has also made its way into the sea. So the question now becomes, where do you go next? Probably down here to make ourselves a camp in this area. Okay, the necrophages are over here. Noted. Now, they're not hostile to us yet. I think because they exist on that guy's army, but that does mean that like I need to build defenses probably in this direction. Oh, I mean, technically it's around Earth, so... let's move you back. Get away from those necrophages, just in case they give us trouble. Movement point outside battle on units. Travelers, shrines, fluvial patrols. This allows us to get another hero. This allows us to grow our cities into secondary camps. So I think I'm going to go with him. We still can't really do much with him outside of cartography. But my science nodes... plus 10 science, or plus 5 science, plus 2 pop scopes on scribes. You cost 10 titanium. You cost 5 titanium. I don't know where I've gotten any of this from. But we'll put the advancement in there for now. This guy is building the way. It's 589 for another coral spore. $135 for this camp. Okay. I'd love to get back and clear out this shrine. But I'm obviously very concerned about the necrophages. They seem to not be hurting our little homies here, but... I mean, I certainly win this 5 versus 1. But I'm also not yet at war, so... Where do you want to build a camp to? Second question, can you build it in the Tidefall? Good question. All right, for right now, let's keep the heat going. This guy is building a burrow. A burrow allows fast travel to other burrows and nests. I can't stop him in time. He's got feeders and spitters. No hero. But a big old swarm. There's more daughters of Boar over here, which could be nice. I'm also just thinking about, like, maybe I can take out these Gorog now that we have an army. You know what? We should do that. We should attack these guys, because otherwise they're going to get pacified, probably. You're fighting them. I think we can probably just hit the instant resolution here. This village has been sacked. It will not spawn new armies. Oh, I thought I would actually wipe them completely off the map. I'm really not sure where to go with you. Not like a lot of room here. I mean, I guess, like, technically I could just go right here. And that's not a bad spot for us to set up. Okay, first though, let's evolve this into a camp. So now I have some borders here. I feel a little bit more locked in, a little bit safer with that. It's going to take 600 for us to evolve that any further. 180 if I want to evolve that into a camp. Another protectorate is ready. Level 7. Plays with fire. Oh, dang, dudes. Oh! He is fighting me. Didn't quite expect that. Let's see, 3. I mean, they can all move in and attack me here, so I might as well try to hold some semblance of the high ground. I mean, these guys have terrible defense, so... if anyone's going to have to go in the center, it's going to have to be you. Go after them. I should have triggered Harmonious Tactic first. That's okay. We get one squad out. Unceasing hunger. We are hunted. God damn, these guys do a ton of damage. I'd really like to kill off these archers, but I am concerned that that's not necessarily all that possible. (54 to 54, 44 to 54. I think my leader is going to get dunked here. I do feel like the combat is a little limited in terms of actual tactics, especially like the not being able to inflict any kind of zone of control. Feels a bit rough. And he's going to shoot my leader for the kill here. Oh, I lived. Oh, wow, wow, wow. You could actually rush him. Let's do this. Now, I don't think this matters because this archer should just move up and shoot me. Yeah, see, like, I have a problem with them being able to do that. Being able to run around all my guys and then also shoot in melee doesn't really seem like what they should be allowed to do. That's okay. Lee, how we doing? We're just fighting some bugs. Some necrophages. So a real question is, like, is my character dead? Or just injured? It looks like he's just injured. We did lose our sentry. A hero isn't dead. After a few turns and with a little dust, they can be revived on the hero screen. I don't know where the hero screen is. Diplomacy, hero circle. A piece of equipment can be assigned to one hero at a time. Select the hero which will be equipped. This hero will recover at your capital after a few turns. 430 gold. I can wait a turn. Okay. So we just have to wait on him. You're going to need to build another sentry. I think I'm actually just going to quickly prioritize him so that we can rebuild our army. Maybe we need some juggernauts of our own. Quite possibly. This looks like it just got advanced again. Can you leave me alone here, bud? You moved up on me way too fast. We're going to get him back right away. I guess that guy is just chilling for now. I don't know. Do I need more camps? This is all coraled. I guess there's just like a lot of good resources here that I want to get my greedy little mitts on. Now, here's the problem. I need to get back to that city because it's being sacked. Woof. All right, well, you're building an 8. You're building on 4. You're being sacked. Sack has started. Your city is sacked. A protectorate can be formed with these bird people. +1 influence per population per pacified villagers under protectorate on scribes. This is -7. So if this takes me -7 a turn, will I get more from this? Oh, this is where I got the harpers from. Per population per pacified villages on scribes. So each of my scribes will generate 2 influence. And my forums will generate 2. So this costs me 7. Does it go up is the question. It does. It goes up 11 points. So that's fantastic. That's a very good one for us to hit. We also get them as a population now in Longshore, I guess. Yeah, that's correct. Influence per at peace. Tell you what, give you the extra citizens for right now. No, actually, let's give you the extra artisan. Getting this crafted up sounds kind of important. You're going to chill out here. Science, I do feel like having some better troops is feeling kind of important now. Perhaps another hero. Did recall the Gorilla Jugs had zone of control. I don't think they did they? Can't imagine affecting not having access to zone of control. That's the question if one of our upgrade paths for melee units have it. I don't think they did have zone of control. Was it like a special ability underneath them? Also, what does my city being sacked mean? Coral Centaurs might have Zoc, yeah. Discreetly hook you up with a copy. You can sign up, I think, for their insider program. Aw, man. The dude brought in another 300 troops here. God damn. I can't beat this. He's double my strength. All right, I don't really understand what the sacking is doing. But clearly I need another army. Cavalry target, flying inspired, defensive infantry. Defensive destabilizing defense. I feel like these big chunky guys are the ways to go. Sadly, we're going to have to push that back. Because I don't think they are juggernauts. Pretty beefy force here as well. We are now bound. Open borders. Okay. We've gotten a good hunk of more influence here. Obviously, I would have liked to make this another city, but... I don't know what the right way to escape is. That guy's going to kind of pin me down no matter what I do. Can evolve that into a camp at least in the meantime. You've almost got enough to make that coral. This city is done building its workshops and its farms. Let's grab that unique district here. You're a pacified village. I was going to build a laboratory here because it's next to an anomaly. So I think let's just start with that. Good news, we made significant inroads with the Cydahanes, who aren't our major rivals. 150 influence. There is other news. The old-timer insists you hear this from him. My lord, during the recent missions we came across, how do you explain is an aspect wandering the uncharted lands? This aspect, Xenos, is not in the chorus. We found them with our eyes, not our minds. One of our numbers cut off from the chorus. Another clan, a different chorus. We must speak with them. I will have the guards bring them. You're welcome to the harmony, though I confess this is hard to process, to digest. You stand there, yet not a whisper of your thoughts echo in the chorus. Who are you? You start with the most difficult questions. I do not know who I am. I only have flashes of memory, of noise and flames, of stars exploding and screams in the chorus, but nothing is clear. Please help me understand what happened. Build 2 libraries. And also gain dust per population. You're gonna run. All right, we're back here so we can finally heal. Our city is being sacked over and over again. I don't understand if that's... Maybe that's like generating the money or something like that. Obviously, there's nothing I can really do about it. There was some thought of evolving you into a camp as well. This would allow me to get the Daughters of Boar. A couple nice anomalies down here. All of this has worked all the way down to Amontrine. I don't know if I do want this to be a camp, because I might be better off making this a camp and absorbing it. You're going to heal. You're going to vibe for one more round. This guy has decided to attack us. Or I should say, we have decided to attack him. He retreats. That's good. I can't quite run him down the same turn, though. All right, you're going to build a spore. So there goes all my money again. Force him into stopping the sacking via diplomacy. I mean, I didn't even think I was at war with him, to be honest. He just says he's indifferent to me.
The swarm cares not.
Oh. Close borders. He seems to be largely ignoring my closed borders, but... we'll move up some troops. Cut him off a little bit. You need whatever those two things are. You need these two things. Oh, I could actually specialize these guys. Mighty Crushers. Titanium is something we can get access to. $600 to evolve into a city. No, I think Canopus is the way to go, though. I think that should be our frontal city. How is he still sacking me? If I've closed the borders to him. He's trying to build a burrow right there. Oh, yeah, we're not going to let that happen. That's for darn tootin'. That's for darn tootin'. You're going to get yourself another sentry and then probably a cavalry here. We'll have a new hero up pretty soon. In the meantime, we wipe these guys out. Their attitude changes to mean. They do not get that burrow. These scouts, I'm sort of the opinion that I could merge them up with this set of troops. If you're building a scout and a cavalry, no, we'll let these guys keep going this way. Because I think I can actually get over here now. That we have enough quarrel going on. Also, with my faction back here, I could probably take this fortress. Once they're healed up. Which would be good. Meanie bow beanies. They are a couple of meanie bow beanies. Damage for intuition. Damage to determination. Alright, we'll give you the heal shot. And then arrow rain. 60% of this hero's damage, 4 extra damage, 5 extra damage per determination. Area of effect circle. Do that. Okay, you guys have built some stuff. I think we probably need to give you a garrison building. For safekeeping. A little bit of walls. Starting to stack up that influence now. All right, you declared war on me. I'm assuming that means he can go from sacking that city to actually taking that city as well. They're disposed to helping you in the war.
An unshakable bond. An unshakable bond.
We have a non-aggression pact. We could open borders with them.
Indeed.
Declare war. No, I don't want to do that. We need embassies. Vision range. Cartography. Let's not burn all of our influence here. I still have a quest to build 2 labs as well. What's this? The Steadfast's Haven. Oh, cool. Little hero house. I'm quite curious because we should be able to recruit a new hero now as well. We can hire one of these rock guys, defenders, ametrines. We can hire bird people, which are archers and birds. A warrior who is an aspect. Or a defender who is an aspect. Field scientist. Mining genius. Ooh, wow, that's really good. Fixed approval on capital. Dude, let's get this guy. He's my big tank. He's got a club. I probably want to give him this armor. Doesn't really make a lot of sense for that to be on my archer. We also have friends. When this hero is fighting with their friend, they gain 20% damage. Oh my god, they're friends. 10 defense. Health lost on retreat. Power couple. I don't know. I want to try that. What does this give me? Shield Shockwave. When using this active skill, deals 80% of the hero's damage. Deals extra damage per resilient and knocks tiles back. Oh, that's really good for you. When in battle, adds extra defenses and extra defense per might. Adds extra health and health per intuition and shield per max damage and shield per resilience. Let's go with that. We're going to go with a resilience build on this guy. You got cavalry coming in on 1 turn. We'll probably speed that next turn. Kind of look at the skill tree. The minor faction heroes have a minor faction tree. It looks like they all have unique skill trees. Or it might just be that he has a defender skill tree. I think that's probably what it is. I think he has a defender skill tree. So it's probably the archers have an archer tree. Defenders have a defender tree. And then... I don't even know what it said the other class was. Nemesis plays with fire. Janiste enemies. Colonizer. +5 influence per camp on the Empire. Okay. So you're just going to go there. These guys are going to wait a turn. So that's a hero. This is the specializations. Unlocks tier 1 luxury quarries. Unlocks trader trails, movements maxed across the tile. You know what? That would be good. Let's get that because we're going to need this in here soon. It looks like the necrophages are coming down this way. So we are going to have to start moving down as well. You know what? Let's just rush this. Sentry, observer, envoy. Why is this incorrect? During the siege, continuous damages are done to the fortifications. When you judge you have endured enough, you can launch a sortie. No reinforcements are available, but what about all my other armies in here? Oh yeah, there we go. That's much better. They're just going to retreat immediately. They are bringing in another swarm here. Man, they love swarms. This guy wants a cartography exchange and is willing to offer me, I think, 10 titanium for it. I'll take that deal. Oh, question. Research statecraft to unlock specializations. Ah, I see. All right, well, it looks like we're kind of stuck here for a moment. So this has defenses, but this city does not. Also an influence if adjacent to district is fortified. Ooh, yeah, okay. A little bit worrisome. I was hoping to bring down both armies there so they could have fought together, but it gave this guy a chance to get a little bit of experience. So we said we're going to base you on resilience. Extra health. When winning a battle applies a status to all cities in the empire, improving industry production for 10 turns. Yeah, you know what? That sounds pretty useful. We can start moving across. I was really hoping to get rid of that, but we have to see. There's a faction part, class part, and a part which is a mix of those. Okay. Unique is a part of it. All heroes have 3 types of the tree left. The weapon that defines the tree, right, their faction defines the tree, and a unique combination in the middle. Ah, okay. So yeah, this is the Econite stuff is earth-shaking victory and rock solid. Gives shield equal to the max damage and determination. Applies rock hard status to targeted unit. So this guy can get people rock hard. And then I guess we get this from their faction. Oh yeah, no, here we go. Defender skill tree, Amortine skill tree, and then Amortine Defender skill tree. Okay, yeah, cool, cool. Looks like the right side is mostly XP based stuff. So I have enough to evolve this in a city. Can you rewild tiles for me? You're not a camp. Cannot be done while there is an uncleared fortress in the territory. Oh, because that can actually become the camp. I forgot about that. I could set a camp up there, but I don't really know if there's anything valuable in that location. I think let's just like sit on it. We could use it to buy up tiles instead. Which is likely like way more use to us right now. I want to get to this impact crater. Oh, I can buy like right across. Oh, I can pick that up right now. Fantastic. If I build fortifications here as well, which we're currently doing, that will wall off this entire thing from cliff to cliff. So I don't have to worry about anything kind of like coming up through here. And then we should probably likewise consider something over this way, but let's keep a bit of money on us. Well, I get continuously sacked. All right, at least we got 2 big bougie stacks. He's going to fight me here, and we are going to make him regret it. I don't think I have to lose an archer. I think I have enough frontline units that I can block them. He's got a leader, 2 leaders in this fight as well. Ooh. Pile driver. So you're going to go on defense. I'm going to move you in here, and that way I can attack you, get Inspiring Strike on everybody. I don't know if I need the scope shot here, but I guess this guy's going to have the most armor. He's got 30 armor. Oh, you're cavalry. Right. Okay. All right, he's toast. You're in here to block now. Cavalry can just move up there. I think everyone else, we're going to just say guard mode on. That sucks. That's so lame. Both the heroes just super focused me. I didn't even have a chance to get him out of there, dude. All right, how's Rain of Arrows work then? Slaughters is how it works. Creates an absolute godforsaken bloodbath is how it works. Let's have you guys on him, you guys on him. You can come up here and cavalry charge this hero. Let's finish him off. And then we'll have you go around this way. All right, so no matter what here, I ended up losing that character, but... $2,250 dust for that fight? I don't understand why those guys were so fat on money. Maybe from sacking my city over and over, but I will take it. Please make Zoom in the fight or just in general? Are you just, is this what you need? Is this what you're looking for? You just want me getting right in there? Oh, if only I had used patched up in that fight. Experience per determination. When equipped with an accessory, doubles the accessory's attribute. That's going to give me a ton more determination. I spent 2 more points to get up here. Whenever a friendly unit defends, it gets shield and then extra shield per might. You're not really the might guy. Health per resilience. Adds critical hits based on intuition for ranged units. Guess I could give you patched up. Zoom is already a very successful teleconferencing app. We can't make Zoom. We've already got Zoom at home. So you're all about that resilience. Yeah, I feel like you're also going to be all about that might. Let's give you Nature of the Beast for right now. While in battle adds additional defense to everybody. Accusation ignores defense, applies weakened status. Hammer Strike does extra damage. Rock Shield. Let's get people rock hard. There's one thing I want to do. It's make some people rock hard. Let's evolve this into a city. First and foremost. And then I am gonna build a guard post. This seems like the worst location, so let's build it here. And I have more than enough money that I can rush that. Titanium, Clax. Ooh, can I pick up this foundation? That's incredible. So that's +9 food for this district. That's huge for us right now. A lot of good dust in this area. I feel like a workshop is also going to be important. A lab would go really well here. So let's start with a workshop. I'm going to say you're a lab and you're probably a merchant's house. Actually, you're probably a merchant's house and you're probably like communal district. Oh, picking up that's great. Scribes. Let's get artisans in here to start. Honestly, I should just buy that out as well. If I do that, then I can go to citizens instead and we can focus on food. Because we get a little bit of extra production. I mean, zoom while battling. I will zoom on the next battle. This I promise you. So I do need to build one more of these little scouty boys. So we'll get him queued in here next. Here's my observatory. This guy's not building nothing. So how about we build you another laboratory? Because that's what my quest wants me to build. There we go. I'm going to do that. We've built another hero home, Econite's Haven. Nice. And we have all this great fortifications here as well. It's going to cost 200 influence, but I can add this onto High Laguna. What I'd like to do is I would like to get a camp down here as our next goal. You want vision? Yeah, sure. I mean, if you're gonna pay me for things, I'll let you. I'll pay out. So this guy's got a pretty bustling empire up here. We haven't quite bridged the gap. Yeah, it looks like we're actually probably a couple Tidefalls away, maybe 2 Tidefalls away from chatting with each other. Oh, don't know what that little symbol was doing, but okay. This guy is going to explore L to G. I'd really like to get a coral spore down here because we do have a bunch of our friendships down here as well. So, hey, Faux Hawks, thank you for 5 months, my dude. Had a busy morning, couldn't yet watch. How was this party of Agent's first campaign going? Brain doesn't work. How is this part going? Pretty good. We're up against the necrophages to our east, so we have like a big insect swarm coming in here, but we finally built up an army and sort of broken off their armies. Laid down a city here so we can start establishing some walls to protect ourselves. It looks like we have really good cliff faces here as well. So my goal is going to be to sort of move into this camp here and build us a fortified district that occupies all of this location. And then none of this looks to be Tidefall locations. So this should be direct opposition against the necrophages. So we can just guard our walls, be safe, build lots of nice coral, spread out everywhere. Fairly scary moment when the big bad was rushing us. Yes, yeah. Yeah, they were like sacking our camp here for quite a while, and then they decided to go to war with us. And they almost built a burrow into our back territory, but we managed to get rid of that. And now we've sort of pushed them back and actually gotten ourselves into a decent position to keep moving forward. Which is fantastico. Toxic, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the agency. I think on turn 70, this is the first place where we should probably cut our video. And then have everyone on YouTube come back for the next one tomorrow. Until then.